Imagine being a 5-year-old child moving to a new neighborhood, and you're riding your bike and you're trying to meet the other kids in the neighborhood, and you discover that one little girl is not allowed to be your friend because you come from divorced parents. It was 1984, and that really happened to me. Granted, in the 80s, there was a much bigger stigma on being a single parent than there is in today's world. But for 21.2 million children living in the United States today, they suffer stigmas and statistics that basically tell them that they are doomed from the beginning. My name is Bethany Birth, and I'm here to tell you why that does not have to be your child. 7% of married families live below the poverty line, while 38.4% of single-parent families live below the poverty line. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services states that children from single-parent families are more likely to suffer from drug and alcohol abuse, get in trouble with the law, have low GPAs, low attendance records in school, and drop out of high school, and less college aspirations, and more likely to become teen parents. There are some very successful people in the world today who are raised by single parents, and I'm going to name a few of them for you, and I guarantee you know who all of them are. Let's start off with the most powerful political figure that there is in the world today, President Barack Obama. He only met his biological father one time before he was killed in a car accident. President Bill Clinton's biological father died 3 months before he was born. Barbra Streisand's father died when she was just 2 years old. Madonna's mother died when she was a young child. Lance Armstrong and Michael Phelps never knew their biological fathers. And Dr. Ben Carson, who's a world-renowned neurosurgeon at Johns Hopkins Hospital, lived in Section 8 housing with his single mother, never knowing his biological father. There's a lot of advice out there for single parents. Some of the advice is good, some of the advice is not good. The hard part is differentiating what is what. When I was getting ready to be a single mother, I was 22 years old, and my mother came into my house and she said, "Don't ever let anybody tell you that your child needs a father in order to be happy. If they have one strong parent, they will be fine." And those are words that I have carried with me through this 10-year-long adventure that I've been through so far. For me, I watch my friends who are single parents, and some of them have fathers that are involved in their children's lives, and some of them have fathers that are not. And it's always a constant struggle every day. For me, the only problem really is the economic struggle. And I have a good job, but there's a lot of single moms out there who don't. And the hard part is making sure that your children do not suffer or have less of something because they come from single parent households. I do what I need to do to ensure that my daughter gets to go to private school because I want her to have the best education possible. I make sure that my daughter is in the theater programs and the soccer programs that she wants to be in because I don't want her to miss out on anything because she comes from a single parent household. Advice that I would give to single parents is don't ever try to force the non-custodial parent to be involved because this will just leave your child feeling confused and rejected. Don't speak negatively or glorify the missing parent. Yes, having a father involved in your child's life is important, but it's not everything. To be successful, you really have to understand the obstacles that you face. And this goes for parents who are married or single parents, really. There's an economic struggle. There's a very real income gender gap here in the United States. And since most single parent families are headed by the mother, it affects them a lot. There are so many single parent families out there that are living in poverty, and not just by mothers who are collecting welfare. A lot of these mothers get up and go to work every day and still can't make ends meet. Family instability, conflict between parents, all of these things affect your child's well-being, their mental health. You must create a stable and nurturing environment for your child. Children thrive on stability. They feel more confident in their lives when they know what's going to happen from one moment to the next, where they're going to be every day. Children thrive on stability. Accentuate the positive. Give your child praise. Recognize their contributions. Let them know the things that they do right every single day. Shield your child from conflict. Never ask them to choose a side. Do not burden your children with adult problems. Pay attention to your feelings. They are contagious, and children are perceptive. Budget wisely. Set priorities based on your family's needs and not their wants. Develop a support system. This includes family, extended family, friends, social networks. It can be just work. Having a job can give you adult time that you need, but you have to find people who understand what you go through, who you can talk to about your problems. Most of my friends all have children the same age as mine. Some of my friends are married, some of my friends are single parents. It varies, but they all can understand the things that I go through. And it helps me so much to have somebody to talk to. Speak to and listen to your child every day. Hear them, let them be themselves. Don't try to persuade them into feeling the way that you feel. Actually, let them be a child and just understand them. Studies actually show that having involved grandparents help children from single parent households. The grandparents create stability for the child, and they also give them a chance to just be a kid. Children from single parent households a lot of times feel more pressure. They are more independent, and being able to go to their grandparents' house and just be a kid and be taken care of is worth so much to them. Some websites out there that are good for help or just to give you some ideas are kateandemily.com, cafemom.com. Withoutafather.org is a great website for your teenage child who is growing up without a father to go to. They have mentors, online mentors. They can help you build a resume or help you with your schoolwork. They can just listen to your problems. I mean, it's a great tool that children can utilize. Singleparentcenter.net is a great website. I have been on that one many times. And Parents Without Partners is a support group that has meetings in pretty much every city that is there to help you. I want to end my speech with a quote that I read in an article a long, long time ago, and I saved it and put it away because it really spoke to me. But Terry O'Neill, who is the president of the National Organization for Women, was asked about the difficulties of being a single parent, and she replied by saying that single moms do a brilliant and amazing job of raising their children. It is also true that single moms in this country are systemically underpaid and systemically under-resourced and systemically under-respected. It's not the fact that they are single moms that makes things difficult. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my speech.